Welcome back Pokefans to part 15 of my Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge. This is for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond series. Last episode, we got our 6th gym badge. And in the end of the episode, we heard a huge blast from Lake Valor. So that is where we are going to be traveling next. And we'll be investigating a lot of things that are going to be happening today with Team Galactic. Alright, here I am in Valor Lakefront, and this is where we have to actually be. The last time we passed through over here, there were 2 scientists that were blocking the path to Lake Valor, and as you can see now, we are actually able to go through it. Alright, here are my current team members, and I think I'll focus more on Skuntank today as it's at level 43. And I probably won't be using Infernape for quite some time. We do have Team Galactic grunts around here, so we might have to actually investigate what is happening. Mostly it seems like they did blow up this whole lake, which is quite sad. Considering that there are Magikarps just flopping around. At least they could have done a deed of catching all of these Magikarps, since they do want to, catch all of the Pokemons, or at least have them transfer somewhere else. But this is a very unethical way of, I guess, clearing the lake. Either way, here we have our first grunt, and I accidentally clicked on Shadow Ball. For some reason my controller started drifting again, which to be honest, hasn't happened for a very long time now. I know I had a lot of these drifting issues way back when I was doing the playthrough for Shining Pearl, but it seems like for some reason in between it just stopped drifting. But now again, these days it's happening a bit more. Today I just saw in YouTube that there has been an orchestra version for the main theme for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that was released. And it's quite nice to see. I mean, usually you don't see a whole orchestra just playing out a, Pokemon main theme. But seeing it today was quite fun. I really enjoyed it. You guys can also check it out. It's in YouTube currently. And I guess I'm just still hoping for another trailer for that game. I'm actually waiting for that. And to be honest, I'm quite excited, considering we will have that game released. I guess it will be released in 2 months more. Either way, we were easily able to defeat this trainer right here. So let's move on. I believe we have less amount of trainers to battle over here, around 3 more. And I guess 1 more commander as well. Anyway, my Pokemons are quite high level, so I don't really have to worry too much about it. Maybe in the future I might actually skip out the trainers for a certain route and just move on forward. And then maybe in the future, just before I battle the Elite Four, I might come back and battle the trainers as well. I think for now, whatever level my Pokemons are in, they are quite high leveled even for the 7th gym. So I don't really want to over-level them up anyway. But I do have to say I'm quite happy with the current team members that I have, as they do have a variety of different kind of moves as well as typings. I believe that this will actually help us a lot in the Elite Four. Now I don't really have either Fairy type or Ice type, so it might be a bit difficult to take down the Dragon type Pokemon. Which, of course, you all might know Cynthia has her Garchomp, which means I might have some bit of a trouble with the Garchomp. Other than that, I feel like I am quite ready for the other battles. Maybe we might have to come up with a strategy to, defeat her Garchomp in some way. I don't think I have any Fairy type Pokemons in my box, but if I'm able to catch a, Ice type Pokemon in the next coming up areas, then I might be able to train them up and just have them ready in the side. Just in case I would have to add them into my team for Cynthia's battle. Either way, we have defeated that trainer as well, so we can move on. Alright, here we have another, this is the last grunt over here. And of course he has a Trogon. And now we can see that the Team Galactic members have totally abandoned the Bug type Pokemon that they were using before. and they have actually started using poison types, which is a bit, I guess, better than the before. I feel like poison type does suit them a lot. Although it does give me some issues with training up my Skuntank, but guess it's still fine that they have a better Pokemon. Alright, I guess I talked too soon since he does have his Dustox over here. Either way, I think we can easily take it down as well. I did switch out to my Bronzong and it should be able to take down the Dustox with, I guess, Psychic or Extrasensory. Alright, let's see if it goes down. And since this Dustox is at level 31, I feel like it will give us a lot of EXP as well, so that is good. And of course he has a Beautifly. I decided to just go ahead and keep Bronzong. It is at level 44, quite higher, but I feel like I can still use it at this point. And we have taken down the Beautifly as well. Although there is one thing I never understood, and it's this background for these Team Galactic battles. Each and every time we have this background of a kind of smooth, I guess a granite or a steel kind of flooring. And obviously you can see we are in between a lake, so the background doesn't really match up with what we are looking around, so that's actually quite weird. I wish they had a better background, like a burning, I guess, fire in the background, just like how the current environment looks, rather than the, I guess, standard background design that they have for all the Team Galactic runs. Either way, here we have Commander Jupiter, and we have to actually battle him over here. I bet this is the first time we're actually battling him, and apparently his name is Saturn and not Jupiter. I'm sorry for confusing the names. I'm still not sure which one is which. Anyway, seems like this guy actually has a Kadabra. That's cool to see. I did not expect it. I was expecting more of a poison type Pokemon, but Kadabra is pretty cool. And thankfully we were able to take it down in one hit, considering I had my Skuntank up in front. Alright, he has another Bronzor. I guess we can still stay around with Skuntank and take it down as well. Either way, this Bronzor should have evolved, considering it is at level 35. I know mine evolved at level 33. And that would have been a bit of a challenge if it was evolved, but it would have been much fun. And it seems like he has a Toxicroak. This is the first time we're actually seeing a Toxicroak. We have seen Krogan before and recorded its data, but I believe this is the first time we're seeing this one, and this is good. Either way, I did decide to actually switch to Bronzong. That should be much better. Although it did steal my Odd Incense, I will still have it in my Pokemon by the end of this battle, so it's not too bad. And Toxicroak is a really good Pokemon. I have used it before and it's quite good. Its typing is gonna be Poison Fighting type, and it's gonna resist a lot of things. So if you do want to try and use it, I would definitely recommend this Pokemon. It is really good, and it is having a really good defense and attack as well. So it can actually still stand in, even though it does get hit by a Psychic type move. Now this one did go down because my Pokemon was quite high leveled, but I believe that if we were around the same level as this Pokemon was, I'm pretty sure it would have still, been able to use its move as well. Alright, so now that we have completed defeating people in Lake Valor, we are going to be traveling back to our town, that is Twin Leaf Town, and I believe this is the first time we're actually going back home ever since we left on this journey. So I guess it does warranty that we go ahead and talk to our mother once. She will also go ahead and just heal our Pokemon. There's no extra dialogue, even though we haven't really seen her for a long time. The last time we did see her was in Hearthome City in the contest hall. But I guess she doesn't really have too much to say. Either way, now that my team are completely healed, I guess we can actually go ahead and Try and defeat the grunts that are here as well. Now there is a chance of getting an encounter in Twilneef Town as well. As you can see, we did have that pond. I believe that if we surf on it, we do get encounters, so I might do that as well in the future. We also have encounters right here in each of these lakes, which I'm currently skipping. I might actually come back for that as well. But we have Team Galactic Grunts over here as well, so we do have to battle them. And I guess this is Mars over here, the commander in this lake, and we might have to actually battle her again. You might remember the last time we did battle her was in Floroma Town in Valley Windworks, and she had a Paragli, which I was really afraid of. But this time, I'm pretty sure we can easily take her down. Either way, here we have a double battle. It's quite nice to see one. I always like double battles, and I'm really happy whenever the game actually gives us that. So it's quite nice to see it here. Alright, over here Glameow used Retaliate. Now this animation is amazing. I always like the animation for Retaliate move, but unfortunately, it doesn't really do that much damage whenever it's used by a Glameow, I guess. But it's quite nice to see that animation on various Pokemons. I mean, it's quite cool to actually imagine that as well. Alright, there are 2 more Glameows, so I guess we'll try and take them down as well. I feel like Glameows are pretty easy to take down, even though if my Pokemons were not too higher leveled, I believe we could have easily taken them down. It doesn't really have that much of a defense or a special defense stat, so it's pretty easy. Alright, let's see if this Glameow uses Retaliate again. Or I guess it did not, and we are going to be taking it down. Alright, let's see if they have any more Pokemons that we can actually battle. And it seems like they do. Okay, a Stunky. I feel like all the Stunkies that Team Galactic Grunts have are having the ability Aftermath. Unlike my own, Skuntank over here, which has Stench. I guess I got pretty unlucky with that ability, but I'm not really sure which is better. I mean, Aftermath is really not useful for me personally, and considering that I'm in a Nuzlocke challenge, that is. And Stench also does not really help me a lot, considering it does decrease the amount of encounters that we might get in the wild. So not a really good ability for Skuntank if I'm using it in a Nuzlocke playthrough. But if you're doing a normal playthrough, having a Skuntank or a Stunky with Aftermath will actually help you a lot. Alright, we have one more turn, and I think we should be able to easily take down the Stunky. And alright, I guess we can actually use random moves at this point, considering that both of my Pokemon don't really have a good move against the Stunky. I should have actually switched out to Gastrodon, but I felt like either way, I think we can actually take it down, so not to just waste one more turn. Alright, there we have it. The Stunky does have Aftermath as usual, but we were able to defeat these 2 trainers. Before I heal up my team members, I do want to go ahead and battle the other 2 trainers that are over here. It's gonna be another double battle, and I guess we can actually heal up our team members after that, just before we challenge the Commander Mars herself. Alright, here they are, and I believe they have 2 Pokemons each. Yup. And let's see which Pokemon they have. A Stunky and a Beautifly. Alright. Not bad. I wish I had kept Flamethrower on my Skuntank. It would have helped at this point. But I guess we do have to switch out my team members. I guess I won't really switch out Bronzong since it is a Steel type, and I think it can still be there. But I don't really want to waste too much time, so having Gastrodon out here should, easily take down the Skuntank or the Stunky that's over there. Alright, we have taken down the Beautifly. I feel like Beautifly and Nuzlocke are not really good for the later run of the game. In the beginning they are really good because they evolve pretty fast and they're quite strong. But as we move on forward in the game, their stats are not as good as other Pokemons. So I feel like if you're gonna use these Pokemons, I would recommend them just to use them, until maybe till the second gym, and after that maybe you would have to actually switch them out. Alright, we have taken down the Stunky as well. And of course they have a Glameow that actually uses Retaliate. Quite cool animation, but doesn't really do too much damage on my Gastrodon. And we have taken down the Glameow as well. Alright. Okay, let's see which Pokemon is up next. And it's another Glameow. Seems like all of these trainers are actually having a Glameow in their team. I guess that should not be surprising me at this point, considering I've seen so many Team Galactic runs with Glameow. And I bet you I'll see a lot of them in the future as well, considering we have a lot of pattern that is coming up with them as well. Either way, they are quite easy to defeat. The only thing that's disappointing is the amount of EXP they give us. But we have defeated these two trainers, so that is at least good. Now let me quickly heal up my team members as well. Well, it's time to actually challenge Mars, the commander of Team Galactic. I guess she is the second commander. We did meet Saturn and now we are meeting Mars. There is one more who is Jupiter, who we haven't yet, I guess, battled. We have probably battled her before, I guess, in Eterna City, but I'm not really sure. Either way, it's nice to see a Golduck, which was actually a Zubat way back in Fallivenberg. So it's nice to see that she has actually trained up her Pokemon and evolved it as well. I guess I do have to switch into Bronzong, as Skuntank can't really do damage on on her Golbat. All I'm hoping is that Golduck doesn't have Bite. Okay, it used U-turn, which was, I guess, useless. And of course she's gonna be bringing out her own Bronzor, which means I might be able to take it down with the Payback. I'm pretty sure this Bronzor also has that move, so this will just be us delaying, I guess. Yep, at least it's not doing as much damage as my Bronzor is doing, so we should be able to take down this Bronzor in 3 hits. This actually shows how well the Bronzor's special defense is. As you can see, it's quite strong and doesn't really take too much damage as well. And I believe it is going to help me a lot in the Elite 4 battles. So that's what's getting me more excited about this playthrough. Alright, she's actually bringing out her Golbat again, so that is pretty good. Let's quickly try and take this one down. I did go ahead and try using Psychic. But apparently I guess my controller actually drifted, so I guess my Pokemon used Heavy Slam now. This turn I made sure I clicked on Psychic. Really. I just wish the drift would go away, considering it gave me a lot of difficulty way back in my first playthrough. And I'm really not sure why it came back, considering I did have around 2 playthroughs after that. I mean, I had played, Pokemon Legends Arceus game. I have also played, Shield game, the Nuzlocke challenge for Pokemon Shield as well. And I didn't really have the drifting issues for those two. So I'm not really sure if this is more on a game perspective or if it's just my controller acting up on random games. Either way, here comes her Ferrari, which we did really fear a lot way back then. But now, since we do have Infernape with close combat, we can easily take it down. Alright, so that was pretty good. Now that we have defeated her, she'll actually move on as well. Which means finally we'll be able to go ahead and go through to 11. I guess route to 11, which is gonna be going through Mount Coronet. And we'll be going to a new area, so that is more exciting for me. I do want to go all the way through the whole route. We have a large route actually. I do want to try and see how far we can go through there. And now that we have defeated her, I guess the last one is to reach Lake Aquity. But I believe we can't really go ahead and go to Lake Aquity directly, so we might have to actually, I guess go to any towns or cities that are nearby over there. Before that, there is one more item that is in this lake that I do want to pick up, so we'll just go ahead and pick up that TM and then move on. Alright, this is the TM. It's actually Fire Blast, quite cool. And now that we have it, I guess the nearest town that we can actually travel to is gonna be Eterna City. So let's make our way to Eterna City, heal up our team members and move on from there. You might see that my character has changed its clothing, and I did actually make a journey way back to Whalestone City just to make sure that I'm actually ready for the upcoming climate that we're gonna have. It's gonna be a snowy route, so I just decided to go ahead and wear the winter style, that we are having available for our character. Alright, this looks pretty cool. And it seems like there were 2 trainers here in Route 211 that I actually missed the last time we went through here. So we might as well just go ahead and defeat them before we move on. They are gonna be quite lower level, as you can see. That is because they are meant to be battled way back when we come here to Eterna City the first time. For some reason, I don't know, I forgot about them, as well as the item that we get around here. So I guess this is just gonna be us clearing the path to enter Mount Coronet. Alright, we have defeated the first hiker. Let's quickly go ahead and remove the rock that's actually blocking over here using Rock Smash. And I guess we have one more trainer we can actually battle over here. So let's move on. Alright, here is the trainer that I was really mentioning, and it's gonna be a bird keeper. She has only one Pokemon, which is gonna be a Hoothoot. Alright, nice to see a Hoothoot over here. And I believe we can actually easily take it down unless my controller drifts again and uses Shadow Ball, which of course is true. Quite weird, but I guess we can actually try that one again. Never mind. My controller is just being weird today. Okay, this time let me actually try that one again, and thankfully we were able to click on Night Slash, not wasting our time anymore, and we have taken down the Hoothoot. Alright. Let's quickly go ahead and pick up the one item that we get around here. I believe it's going to be another TM. Maybe TM for Swagger. Nope, it's a TM for Taunt. Not that useful. You can definitely go ahead and skip this TM unless you want to actually use it. But finally we are entering the Mount Coronet. Alright. Now I do want to actually go ahead and put up a Ripple. This is mostly because we have a lot of items that we can pick up over here. Right at the entrance of Mount Coronet, we have around 4 items that we can pick up. So I do not want to get any encounters for here right now, considering I believe we have all the Pokemons that we can encounter. So it's just gonna be me pushing through this whole area. We might come back in a later stage to get our encounter for this area, but not really now. Alright, there is another item over here, and it's gonna be TM69 Rock Polish. I guess this is one of those, again, useful, useless TM that we can get over here. Really, personally, I don't think I'll use any of these, but I guess it's not too bad to actually pick them up. Okay, here is the third item, which is an escape rope. The fourth one is gonna be right here, which is Tiny Mushroom. I believe there are 6 items. If that's in that case, there is another item way in the end in the left side over here. Of course, it's blocked by a lot of rock smash rocks. Again, not really sure why they have to keep repetitive rocks over here. But if we do go ahead, we'll be able to get a rare candy. Quite good item. I believe that is gonna help us a lot after we go through this whole journey. Maybe just before the Elite Four as well. Alright, there is one more item which is not here. I think it's right next to this rock. And I did actually go back to in Eternal City. I did go ahead and just buy a lot of repels. This is just to make sure that it doesn't really waste our time, with a lot of encounters as well. There is one weird thing that is right here. Once you use defog, you'll be able to see that there is another item right around here. So let me actually go ahead and pick this up over here. But there is another item right around this area again. If you turn right here on this rock, we have a nugget. Not really sure if that is just a gaming defect or they just kept 2 items in the same area. But that is just something that I did see. Either way, in this base part of Mount Coronet, we have a lot of items. As you can see, I'm just going around picking each and every one of them. And this water over here is quite special, considering that this is the only area you can find Feebas in this whole game. Again, you'll be only able to find it in 4 different random tiles in your game. And this tiles will be, it will be actually changing for every single day. So if you do want to find Feebas, you do have to find it within the 24 hours and within 4 different tiles that you can actually find in this lake. Again, it is a 50% chance of finding it. The other 50 is probably another Pokemon. So I feel like Feebas in this game is really hard to get, and if you do want to add one to your team, I would recommend that you just try in each of the tiles at least 2 times. In fact, I would just say try 3 times, just in case the probability is at your odds. And if you do find it, trust me, you're going to be very lucky because it is very difficult to find a Feebas over here. Either way, there are a few more items that we can pick up. There are really good items, so I'll go ahead and show you guys all of them. And as you can see, we do find a few of these revives, which I do have to remind myself that I have to sell them out. Maybe once we reach the next city, we'll go ahead and sell off these revives. Alright, another full restore. That is pretty good. I really like full restores, max potions, hyper potions, or any kind of Pokeballs. Mostly because they do help me in catching Pokemons and healing them up as well. And definitely I will recommend picking up all of these rare candies. Even though you might have to train up your Pokemon in the end, these rare candies will help you a lot. Alright, we are at the end of Mount Coronet, the base part of it. And we are entering Route 216. This is pretty good. I will try and see how much we can actually push through today in this episode. 216 and Route 217 are quite large, and it will take a lot of time to go through them. I'm not really sure if I will be able to go through them, both of them in this episode, but I will try my best and go through them as much as I can. Anyway, here is the first trainer of the snowy Route 216. Alright, at least I feel like we are appropriately dressed for this route now, considering we did have to change our character dress or the style of a character. And we are seeing a Lopunny. I guess this is the first time we're actually seeing a Lopunny outside in an area, with a trainer. I believe the only other time we saw was in the hotel in Valor lakefront. So it's quite nice to see one over here as well. As you can see, it's quite strong. Being at level 37, it is able to take my Skuntank's Night Slash pretty well. So I believe it's pretty good. as long as you are able to actually evolve it into a Lopunny from Baneri. Alright, let's move on and let's see which other trainers we have in this route. I believe we have one more trainer that we actually skipped, so I do have to actually go back. Let's quickly battle this trainer as well. I don't really want to skip any of these trainers considering the fact that we have Fly, TM for Fly for now. Which means we can easily fly to a different area without, battling most of these trainers. Alright, he has a Ambipom. Now this is pretty good. This is the first time we're actually seeing an Ambipom. I believe we only saw a Pom before, so this is actually going to be helping us complete our Pokédex as well. Alright, Ambipom is not that strong. As you can see, it did go down with one hit, unlike Lopunny. But let's see which Pokemon he has next. And it seems like it's a Kadabra, which we can actually take care with our Skuntank again, so no worries on that either. Alright, I'll go ahead and use Shadow Ball. Should be able to take down this Kadabra either way. And we have defeated this trainer as well. I actually really like the character clothing for this one as well. Like, this NPC has a really good clothing style as well, other than the Ace trainers. Alright, here we have another trainer. Let's battle her as well. And you can see that there is a path with rock climb right next to it, which I believe we won't be able to do until we get the 7 gym badge. So I guess we can still go ahead and check out that area as well once we get our 7 gym badge. But I probably won't do it for now considering my Pokemons are very high level. Alright, here is a Golduck. Again, I believe this is the first time we're actually seeing one. And I should have actually switched out, but thankfully Golduck did flinch and couldn't move. So we should be easily able to take it down as well. Now it seems like it's hailing outside, which means soon we'll have it cover up the whole battle, and I believe the battles that we'll have in Route 217 will have hail as well. Quite nice. It's nice to see it hail, since we don't really have any of these kind of, weathers in the other routes. I guess the only other route where we did have weather was in Route 215, which had heavy rain going through it. Alright, she has a Pseudo Voodoo, so we should be able to take it down with our Inferni. And I guess I can actually go ahead with Use Combat. That should take it down in one hit. But again, I really like the background of this battle. It looks so pretty, especially with the snow everywhere. And I'm quite happy to see Mount Coronet up in the end. It's nice to see it being visualized over there. Considering the last time we explored Mount Coronet was in, Pokemon Legends Arceus, where, it doesn't really snow until you reach the top. So it's nice to see snowing right here at the bottom of Mount Coronet as well. Alright, she has Ponyta, which we were unfortunately not able to take down with a Mach Punch. Thankfully, we at least skipped its move, so that was pretty cool. I guess the friendship level of Inferni, I believe Staraptor and Luxray is completely filled. So I do have a chance of dodging each move for particular turns from now on in random battles. So that's actually quite nice to actually hear, considering we might be able to make use of it in the future as well. Alright, one more trainer left before we go ahead and go into that house over there. I believe we can actually get our Pokemon healed up over there. So it's quite a good rest stop as well. Alright, this trainer has a Sneasel. This is the first time we're actually seeing one. And I'm really happy to see it. It's really cool. It's a fast ice type Pokemon. It's quite frail. You have to be very careful by using a Sneasel or its evolution Weavile. but its speed is unmatched. If you want a high speed Pokemon that is gonna take down your opponent in one hit, Weavile is the Pokemon for that. But I do have to warn, Weavile is very frail. Even the smallest move can actually take it down, so you do have to be very careful and strategize before using it. But it's a pretty cool ice type Pokemon to have over here. Either way, we have defeated it as well. I guess before we actually heal our team members, I believe we can actually go ahead and battle one more trainer that's left over here, which is this guy right over here. And I guess once we defeat him, we can actually heal up our team members. Alright, he has 3 Pokemons and he has a Mr. Mime. Not bad. Again, this is the first time I'm actually seeing a Mr. Mime out in the route with a trainer. And I believe we can actually take it down with my Skuntank over here as well. I guess Shadow Ball does do a damage for this, but Venoshock does as well. Considering Mr. Mime is part Fairy type. Alright. Which actually reminds me, I might be able to use a Mr. Mime for my battle as well. Just in case if I lose my Bronzor, then I probably will have to add this one into my team. Alright, at least we were able to take down this Mr. Mime with 2 hits. And as you can see, the Pokemon trainers are having a higher level of Pokemon over here. The Pokemons have started to be around level 30 to 36, I believe. So it's quite nice to see the higher level Pokemon. At least we will have a chance of getting more EXP from this. Alright, I did have to decide to switch in Bronzor over here, just because Skuntank was low in health, and I guess because he is actually using a Machoke over here. And we were able to take it down in 1 hit. Alright, let's see which is his last Pokemon, considering he does have 3 of them. And of course the hail is going to be buffeting me in each turn, so that is a bad thing. Alright, he has a Sneasel as well. I believe we can actually find Sneasel in this route, in Route 216. But I'm not really sure if I'll be able to encounter it. There are other Ice-type Pokemons that are available as well. So let's see which one we'll actually get. This time I did use my Steel-type move, which is again super effective on a Ice-type Pokemon. And we were able to take down the Sneasel. Not bad. Alright, now that we have defeated all the trainers in Route 216, I believe we can actually go ahead and heal up our team members as well. Now that we are fully healed, we can actually go ahead and make our way through Route 217. As far as I remember, Route 217 is a bit trickier to navigate, as well as it has a lot of trainers in it. It's quite large as well. I believe we don't have any encounters over here, but we do have a blizzard that's actually growing around, so it does make visibility a bit difficult. I'm not really sure if I can go through the whole route. I might be able to, end out this in between. We do have a house that we can actually visit over here as well, so I probably will end out the episode over there. For now, we'll just go ahead and try to defeat as many trainers as we can in Route 217. The first trainer was right here and he had a Raichu. That's actually the first time we're actually seeing a Raichu, and I'm quite happy. I think we have seen Pikachu before in Cycling Route, so it's nice to see its evolution over here. Alright, the second Pokemon is gonna be his Pelipper, which I wonder if it has Drizzle. Apparently not, so I guess we can actually take it down as well in 1 hit. But I wish it had Drizzle that would actually switch up the weather in this battle and would have stopped the hail from buffeting us each turn, but I guess it's still okay. Let's see if he has another Pokemon, and he has a Hippopotas. Now, in case if you were not able to get the Hippopotas in Route 214, this is the place you can actually encounter it, or I would rather say get its data for the Pokédex. And I believe this is the first time seeing a trainer with the Hippopotas, so it's quite nice to see as well. Alright, Hippopotas actually has Sandstream, which is quite nice. And I don't think it affects our Gastrodon either, considering it's a ground type, so we are easily able to take this Pokemon down. But I really like the design for Hippopotas. It is just really cute. And there is a design difference between the male and female Hippopotas, as in the colors are actually, I guess, swapped in both of them. So it's quite nice to actually see that as well. Alright, here is our second trainer. And I'm actually trying to find a hidden item over there, just right next to the trainer. I'm not really sure where it is, but we might have to actually look around a bit over there. Either way, this trainer has a Sinnoh. This is again the first time we're actually seeing this Pokemon. Quite cool. Sinnoh is a ice and grass type. I would personally not recommend this Pokemon. It is having so many weaknesses. Literally half of the typings that you're having is it's weak against. So it is very difficult to actually have a Sinnoh or a Abomasnow. Personally, I have used this Pokemon before and very tricky to use it, considering it goes down to almost all the moves from all of these Pokemon, so you do have to be very careful when you're using it. Alright, it seems like she only had a Sinnoh, so we were easily able to defeat her. Here is our next trainer who has 4 different Pokemons. Okay. First one is a Zubat. Again, not really sure why he has a Zubat over here. I guess it should have been evolved into a Golduck by now. Alright, we can still take it down with a Shadow Ball, considering it's gonna be super weak to any of my moves at this point. And we have taken care of it. Alright, let's see which Pokemon is next. And all of my team members are at level 47. I think this is the first time I'm actually seeing that. Only Skuntank is kind of lagging behind, but okay, this trainer has a Golbat. Alright, nice to see one over here. Again, I won't be using any other Pokemons just because of the fact that I'm trying to train up my Skuntank. But I believe the highest level Pokemon that the 7 gym leader will be having is gonna be level 41 or 42. So we are still kind of over leveled, which is not that fun for me. I am trying to just, make sure that I don't really, I guess, not get too much EXP. But in the further episodes, I'll probably just stop this. I'll just ignore most of the trainers, just to make sure that we get some amount of challenge in a battle. Especially I like to have at least a challenge in gym leaders battle. So I do not want to overlevel my team members anymore. Either way, I believe we can actually, add other team members. I guess we can actually switch around our team a bit more. That will actually make it much more fun, considering some of my team members are quite under-leveled and I probably need them to level up in case if I want to use them. So it might be a really good idea for me to switch out my team members. Alright. Either way, we have defeated this trainer as well. Okay, well, I guess we can still move on. I usually try to keep my episodes around 50 minutes to 1 hour. So I might try recording until 15 minutes and then see how we can actually go forward. I know this route is going to be quite long and we have a lot of trainers in this route as well. Of course, I did forget to pick up a few items. I'm pretty sure I missed some of the hidden items in this route, which I might have to come back on a later stage. But for now, I believe we have all the required items, so I don't really have to worry too much. Alright, we have defeated the Sinnoh, and finally now we have all the team members in the same level. Alright. Okay, he has a Golduck. We can still actually keep our Skuntank out. I believe we can actually take care of this Golduck as well. Probably gonna use Venoshock and see how much damage that does. Not bad. Half health is not bad. I guess we can actually go ahead and use the same move again to take down this Golduck over here. I keep forgetting that Golduck is a water type only. I usually confuse it to be water and psychic type, as it does learn a lot of psychic type moves as well. Again, I might be wrong, it might be just a water and psychic type Pokemon, but strongly I believe it's just a water type Pokemon. Either way, we were able to easily take it down. And here is another Snover. Quite nice to see it again. I believe we'll be able to find Snover a lot in these routes, so I might be able to encounter one, but I do not want to use a Snover. I have used it before and it has given me so much trouble that I ended up not using it in the end. So I might not use a Snover if I do encounter it in these routes. As you can see, I have been skipping out a lot of these encounters. I feel like we can actually make a small episode with just all the encounters that I skipped. You might remember there were 2 honey trees that I was not able to actually, get my encounters in the last episode. So I might actually go back and try that one as well. So we can actually have all of these encounters in one single episode. Alright, we have defeated this trainer as well. And we found a hidden item. That was really random. I was not expecting it over there. I was just clicking on A and I just found that item. Either way, I believe we have explored halfway through this route. There are a few other hidden items that I really do not know where they are. I think I forgot all of the locations for them. As you can see, I'm trying to find an item. I believe there was one near the 2 set of trees. Not sure if it's this set of trees or the one that is right here. So again, there are a lot of items in this route, but unfortunately I do not remember what they are. So I guess that's all. Okay, there is one more item I want to pick up before we, go ahead and, end out this episode. Of course, we have one more trainer over here, which I believe we can actually go ahead and battle. This trainer has 2 Pokemons. Let's see what Pokemons he has. The first one is going to be a Skorupi. Quite cool. I always wanted to use a Skorupi in my team. Unfortunately, I was not able to get it as an encounter for myself. If I did got it as an encounter in this walkthrough, I would have definitely gone ahead and used it in my team. I believe, according to what I have read in the online, Skorupi and Croagunk are only available once we become the champion or something. So I'm not really sure if this Pokemon would have been, available for me either way. Alright, I do have my Gastrodon. I believe we can actually take these Pokemon down pretty easily. Alright, we have taken care of these Skorupi. And let's see which one is next. Of course, we still have the hail, which is a bit annoying at this point. And he has another Golbat. I believe we can actually take it down with the Ice Beam. And I feel like Ice Beam doesn't really do too much damage with my Gastrodon for some reason. As you can see over here, even though it did take down the Golbat, I highly doubt it would take down any other Dragon-type Pokemons. So I might have to check out on this one, maybe try and see if other team members also learn an ice type move. For now, I believe we are okay with this one, but maybe in the future we'll see what we can do with the team members that we have. Now there is one more item that I want to pick up before we end out this episode, so let me actually pick it up. Now it's actually the TM for Rock Climb, which you'll really need, so please go ahead and pick this up. It's right here. In the next episode, we'll actually go ahead and get our 7 gym badge, and we'll actually, move on in the storyline as well. We do have to go to Lake Equity. Either way, thank you all for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. and I'll see you guys in the next one.